Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this. There's no such place. Doctors, let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss. Okay? And he wants company. Sometimes. And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, tussling or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, y'all? So, I'm pretty sure everybody done heard by now that Charlie Murphy's passing. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know Charlie Murphy or follow Charlie Murphy that much. But he really was a very funny dude. Very he did leave a contribution to the to entertainment. He brought a different level of realness, in my opinion, to entertainment. Especially the way that we perceive entertainment today. You know what I'm saying? Stood out from his brother, Eddie Murphy. He had his own style, but didn't want to dwell too much on the on his legacy, but more so I'll say what would you call it? Conspiracy. Just something to think about, when Dave Chappelle comes back, and Dave Chappelle is, in my opinion, still as funny as ever, and it seems as though that Dave could hook back up with those that he had previously done the Chappelle Show with, to create something better, or even if he was to try to do something better than the Chappelle Show. It seems as though, in my opinion, that they took that alternative away from him. That they took that idea away from him. Yes, it's a conspiracy thought, but we don't know. We know a lot of the conspiracy talk that goes on concerning blood sacrifice and Illuminati and things like that. But I'm not trying to stretch it that far. But just more like Chappelle was the top of comedy. Think about all the people that was out when Chappelle when the Chappelle Show was out. Cat Williams, you know, people like that. Kevin Hart was on the come up, and you know, now it's as though comedy, the face of comedy is Kevin Hart, and it seems as though they want to keep it that way because they know how controversial Dave Chappelle could be. The only comedian that I know of from you know, our generation that hasn't had to wear a dress. You see what I'm saying? And I don't mean to make this about Dave Chappelle, but that seems as though what this you know, this situation is all about. Matter of fact, let me read the definition of leukemia. A malignant progressive disease in which the bone marrow and other blood-forming organs produce increased numbers of immature and abnormal leukocytes. These suppress the production of normal blood, leading to anemia and other symptoms. Why are we just now finding out that that Charlie Murphy had leukemia? Why is this something that was hidden from the public? As much as entertainers go to the hospital and their private records are made public in tabloids and things of that nature, it just doesn't add up to me. Now, everybody else is probably sad and, you know, and dwelling on the loss and dwelling on the legacy, but let's be real here. Let's be realistic about, you know, the entertainment industry. You know, the field in which Charlie Murphy was in. You see what I'm saying? As far as comedy, who all in comedy, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, he had connections to. Everybody automatically thinks Dave Chappelle. And when you think of Dave Chappelle and his legacy in comedy, you know that he really stands above the rest. I mean, yeah, you had greats in comedy such as you know, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy himself, Martin, you know, and all these other guys, right? But seriously, out of all those comedians, including Dave Chappelle, who had you laughing the most? Who's the one that had you doing the most thinking? And I'm talking about laughing and thinking all at the same time. It was Dave Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle had a crew that was, you know, just as controversial as he was, if not more. And Charlie Murphy, in my opinion, was just as controversial as Dave Chappelle was. But I don't know. You know, I've just been seeing people upload videos about Charlie Murphy. I don't want to look into it. I don't want to know anything about it. But, you know, just looking at the industry from the outside looking in, and a lot of those people who came out telling you what was going on inside, you know, you can pretty much make your own assumptions. And you know what they say about assuming, you know, and you know what they say about assuming. But just a conspiracy thought. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's on a lot of people's mind. A lot of people not gonna say it. They don't want to be viewed as a conspiracist, a conspiracy theorist. But it is what it is. We know what Hollywood is all about. We know that they hiding shit. We know that they doing shit on the low in order for themselves to maintain the prestige that they have, and that there are other people inside there are some people in the industry that are going to make sure they're going to maintain their loyalist status. And I feel that Kevin Hart is a Hollywood loyalist. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's on top right now. And I'm not saying that he could benefit from Charlie Murphy's death, but it damn sure is a wake-up call, in my opinion, to Dave Chappelle, someone who knew Charlie Murphy. And that's what I really want to look for. I want to look for a interview where they talk to Dave Chappelle about this. I want to know what's on Dave Chappelle's mind and how he feels about the loss of Charlie Murphy. Someone who really catapulted his his skits, on the Chappelle show. It made him memorable because the Rick James skit is really the most memorable. Everybody remembers the Rick James skit from the Chappelle show, but I want to know how Dave Chappelle feels about this. Matter of fact, I'm looking up now just in case I did miss it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just what I'm waiting for. That's what the whole reason why I made this video. It was a thought that I was having, and I just felt like sharing it. It's neither here nor there, but there are a lot of people that I know, because I'm not the only one that had this thought. The way that the thought process works, a lot of our minds are already connected subconsciously. Our thoughts are subconsciously connected together, because that's what the Most High is. The Most High is nothing but thought, and the mind. The mind itself. The mind is not the brain. The mind is what produces thought. So the Most High is mind, and a lot of us have this thought about the conspiracies that that goes on in Hollywood, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that wants to know what Dave Chappelle thinks about this death. But
everybody, everyone, darkness is spreading. One in the 5 fingers, say to the face.